What are the plans for the E90? You can pick it up for free. The best car of today for me. Always wanted to have the Tommaso Pantera. It will have probably the most beautiful roll cage out there on the track. Good morning, comrades, and it's pretty windy out here today, so let's get inside because we have a couple of updates for you today in form of the Toyota GT86. No, it is not getting a new engine yet, but it is on its way, so that's gonna happen soon. But first, most importantly, bon appetit. Food shot.
What's left of it?
Okay, oh, that's your last night's pizza, huh? That's very good. Shout out to Pinocchio. Yeah, most importantly, after the food shot, everything is getting out. So weight reduction, bro. So this car is going to be even more awesome than it already is. I don't know if it's even possible. And yeah, because this is getting in, the Vickers, I believe, full spec roll cage.
It's even the lightweight steel as well.
Apart from the weight, also the looks, because this cage is painted in exactly the same color as the car. So awesome. I mean, if you're a racer and you don't care about performance but only about the looks, make sure to book this car because it will have probably the most beautiful roll cage out there on the track. Okay, a few words from our best looking mechanic at the Nürburgring. So yeah, not the best timing, but it gives you time to think. It took you roughly 3 days to put the cage in the up, and you think that this one gonna take you a bit longer, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
mainly because it's more confined inside,
Mm-hmm.
and also because there's lots of weird quirks, like all the massive, what I think is not very well thought out wiring in the back and stuff like that. So
You're gonna reposition the wires to make it look more beautiful, or?
most likely, yeah.
Okay.
And rewrap it in fabric tape,
Yeah.
which will look nicer.
Nice.
Yeah, I reckon it should be done by the end of the week, I'd have thought. So
Okay. We'll see about that. Very much looking forward to that. If you watched last year's vlogs, or yeah, mostly last year's vlog, you remember that last upgrades were the seats, but we didn't have harnesses because we were waiting for the cage, obviously. This car is also going to get 4-point harness, right?
Yep.
For the same reason, because of practicality and user-friendliness. Oh yeah, and obviously another wing, which is don't know which one yet. But I must say it doesn't really need a wing.
no, it's more for aesthetics.
Well, obviously you feel when there is a wing on this car, but the problem is because the car is relatively low powered, but this again is compensated a lot by the amazing handling, so the wing, you don't really need it. Now, I think we discussed pretty much everything regarding the upgrades. I mean, the cage is the most important bit, the engine will be added to that later, and no, we are not going to supercharge it or turbocharge it or whatever charge it, no NOS, also no NOS, because yeah, we can do it, but who wants to pay 2,000 euros for 10 laps for just a Toyota? Nobody, exactly, that's what I mean. So we want to keep this car as affordable as possible with all the mods it already has. What are the plans for the E90? You're gonna build it up?
Yeah, so if you take a look inside, the mess that I have to deal with here.
Yeah.
So the biggest issue is that nothing is labelled, or was labelled, when it was taken apart. So yeah, it's like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the finished picture.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest way to describe it.
It is.
So yeah, that's going to take a while. But that's
What? Yeah, because we honestly have no idea prediction, because it can be okay, it can be very bad.
well, the main priority is getting the rental cars done. We've got like 8 weeks now.
Yeah. So this is completely not a priority for us at this point.
Work on in the back.
So what do I have? I have GT86. Then after that, the Cupra comes back. You need to finish a couple of bits. We get the suspension for that in 3 weeks.
And the 218.
218, we get suspension end of the week, and the M4 full build on the M4. So
interior out, pole positions in, roll cage in, suspension in, wheels on. So yeah, it's full build.
a lot.
Splitter wing.
Oh yeah, splitter wing. Come on, don't give away too much stuff. We need to have some element of surprise. But anyway, for that you need to make sure to stay subscribed, stay tuned. There's a lot of awesome upgrades coming up. And also make sure to subscribe to Tim's channel, where he occasionally films what he's doing to the cars in more detailed and more technical language.
If I remember.
If you remember to film, to press the record button.
Because this time I forgot, and now I'm a bit too deep now to start.
Okay, well you give a quick catch up.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah. Check out his channel in the video description and in the comments. And we are going to move on. And to be precise, to RT Motorsport. Last time I was here was the evening before Christmas, when I was ordering Diana's braided steel lines, the brake lines for her E36. So in less than a month time, I see there are quite some updates, upgrades. Alex, who is right now a bit busy on the engine there, has already told me a couple of things about the car, so I can quickly tell it to you without interrupting him from a very important work. So first of all, this C-Class Coupe, Renntech C-Class Coupe, is by the way for sale. It has lots of Renntech goodies, also Crapwich exhaust, and it's is that an edition 1?
It's edition 1.
Yeah, so it's edition 1, and the owner wants 98,000 ish for that, so you can probably just contact Alex. You can find his contact details in the video description if you want that. If you want just to have a stock car without all the stuff, then it's possible to get this car in a stock form, and you'll get a big discount on that as well. But I mean, who wants a stock car? I mean, what are you doing on my channel if you want a stock car? This is even a better offer, because I told you in the last time I was here, when I was here a month ago for Christmas visit, well, this is a donor car, but for people who haven't watched that particular video, the girlfriend of, or actually ex-girlfriend of the guy who used to own this car went crazy, and well, mad girlfriend plus baseball bat equals this. This is a donor car for the race TT over there, which is going to race the Nürburgring Nordschleife in RCN, and maybe later in VLAN as well, probably. I mean, this is the ultimate step. This is a donor car. After all the components that are needed are taken out, mostly the engine block and some drive shaft, the chassis is still left, and you can pick it up for free, right? So in case you have a TT, or maybe you have some artsy-fartsy project whereby you want to cut the car in half and have a rear bench, you know, like a bench in your living room, and you can have the TT for free. I mean, best things in life are for free, right? And again, make sure to contact Alex for this chassis. Now this, the reason why this E36, which is supposed to get the cage installation, well, you can see inside the cage is just there. Oh, no, we don't need doors when you have sunroof, so we just go like that. Cage, cage, cage. Yep. The reason why this car is so awkwardly placed here in the middle of the workshop, it was parked there, and the Mercedes was on top, and you can see from the outside it's just like a casual, boring Mercedes C-Class, and I'm like, so what's up? He's like, well, wait. Let's move away the E36. Let's bring down the C-Class, and then you'll see why it's special. AMG C55 back in the days when numbers actually meant the engine displacement. So in this case, it's a V8 5.5 liter supercharged compressor engine. Plenty of horsepower, especially for daily use, but I think it's a bit more than stock, because as a matter of fact, what makes this car very special, very special, is the inside. And since we're talking about roll cages today of the GT86, the E36 over there, and this, and you'll be like, well, okay, roll cage, so what's up? What's the big deal? Well, this is a factory roll cage. And why would you fit a cage from the factory in the Mercedes? Lots of carbon fiber, custom seats. It's already something special. Is this a special order? No, well, yes and no. There are probably like 7 or 5 of these. How many of those are there in the world? You said 5 or something?
I'm not sure, but I think around 5.
Around 5, or maybe even less, who knows? And it's, again, not the number or the roll cage what makes this car special. It's actually this, I can hint you. Like, here are 2 small dents. And why would that be? Well, is that an ex-police car so you can mount a siren on top? No, it's an ex-DTM safety car. That's it. That's all I have to say. I mean, speechless. It's the best car of today for me, definitely. Unless I'm gonna come across, I don't know, like the world's very first Mercedes for that matter. But no, this is it. So, wow. In case you're wondering what's being done to it, a full rebuild. So the engine has been rebuilt. So it needs connections. Lots of drive shafts getting sandblasted, and it's gonna be as good as new, or maybe even better. This car, again, full rebuild for the upcoming racing season. Like I told you earlier, full engine rebuild and a lot of other components. What I want to show you is the amazing engineering solution. Yep. I mean, if it looks stupid, but it's working, it's not stupid. And the funny story, Alex told me that actually, well, these don't work, but he has new ones But because he has a lot of other more interesting, awesome projects, he just doesn't have time to install the hydraulics on the hood. And I mean, why would you if you have the amazing vacuum cleaner? This is just awesome, awesome, awesome. Astra, of Alex's girlfriend, who has a blown head gasket, so yeah, happens to Opels. We can look at the amazing engine bay probably. 1.6, wow, nice. 100 horsepower. Well, that's all you need, right, in life.
Yeah, for winter it's fine.
Then the engine that you were working earlier on, I guess. By the way, a shout out to the amazing bumper. Creative. This is the S54, yeah, from the E46 M3. What's happening to this?
Yeah, we changed the watt bearings. Yeah, some gaskets, water pump, clean everything. Yeah, still waiting for some parts at the moment. Then when it's finished, we put it in that red E36 outside.
Okay, but
That's the plan.
the numbers will be the same, right? The horsepower numbers.
Yeah, the horsepower will be
I mean,
the same.
it's plenty. Stock 340, I believe,
Around that, yeah.
around that. So yeah, why would you have more?
Enough for E36 chassis.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then E36, what's happening to this? Is this in?
Yeah, we disassemble the doors to get polycarbonate windows
Okay,
and make the doors a little bit lighter, and then it's easier to work to get the doors out of the car.
okay,
Put it on the table.
cool. Well, the lightweight M4 you already explained last time. It was getting the modified exhaust, right, or something.
Something new valves.
Something, yeah, new valves, and that's pretty much it. Some suspension. You had a rebuilt suspension. Well, no, the brake.
Suspension is completely new. It's
Yeah.
KW Club Sport 3-way. Included this, arms from KW.
Yeah.
And now still waiting for the calipers from Brembo from
Yeah.
refurbishment.
And your WRX is just serving purpose as being something where you can lean the door against.
Yeah, I think it will be finished around 2050, around that.
Okay. Because again,
Lot of work.
yeah, that's very good. In fact, you have so much work that you decided to open up a second service point, right? And this is something where we are going to go. And in case you are planning on driving the Nordschleife, and if not, what are you doing on my channel? Just kidding. I love all of you guys. In case you're planning to drive the Nordschleife in general, stay tuned because this may come, hopefully not, honestly, but this may come very handy to you. And we have moved with, by the way, amazing Golf 7.5 GTI, a car that you saw briefly in one of the previous vlogs, but maybe one day we will go more into detail. But because today the main point, after the amazing C55 DTM X safety car, the main point that I want to show you is this new place of RD Motorsport, a service point located at Breitscheid, the second exit or entrance, depending how you look at it, of the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which we very much like to use to watch some trucks. But apart from that, that's always nice when you film and then you have like shitload of traffic. And apart from that, to get amazing schnitzel at Opa's truck over there. And now you have also another incentive to come here. And like I told you earlier, hopefully not, in case you have some issue in the first part of the track, because Nürburgring is 21 or Nordschleife is 21 kilometers long. So if in the first part you realize, oh shit, there is something wrong with my car, let me just get off at Breitscheid, and you can come just here and have your car checked by Alex and his crew. So let's have a look what you have inside. This is going to be basically mostly service point, right? So just small stuff like quick checks, because if it requires some larger labor, then you can transport the car to your main workshop, where there's going to be like what, office area here?
This is office area, storage, toilet, and workshop area.
The workshop area, and wow. Your track toy that we've seen quite often. This that we've seen also. This, by the way, for sale. If someone always wanted to have the Tommaso Pantera like I do, but then they look at the price and they're like, yeah, okay. Anyone wants to have a kidney? 914, the 235 Cup car, I think.
No, it was a stock car. It's a build it to race car. It's not the Cup.
So it's just okay. That's nice. This is also, by the way, for sale, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so you can have a look on their website. But no, very good. You're gonna make it also kind of lounge-ish, right? So it's like a couch and the drinks,
Coffee machines.
Absolutely. So yeah, long story short, just let's quickly go outside because yeah, it's almost the end of today's vlog. Make sure, if you ever come to the Nürburgring, make sure just to save this phone number, because the unique selling point of RT Motorsports is they're open 7 days a week, most importantly on Sunday. And because most of the TF, Tourist and Foreign action, happens over weekend on Saturday and Sunday, when you have some issue on a Sunday, you try to call any garage, they're like, oh, we're closed. Well, they're not going to say they're closed because they're not going to pick up the phone. And this man over here might save you lots of headache. So again, if you come to the Nürburgring, just save it for the sake. And again, stop by to check out how it is going to be in a couple of months when the launch area is finished. That's all I had to say for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog where, I don't know, we're going to get speed. Yeah. So lots of PorNsche content. By the way, if you want to have a PorNsche cap, make sure to email dyana@commerce.com and make sure to follow RT Motorsports everywhere on whatever you can find in the video description. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I definitely have. That was the biggest surprise, the C55. But okay, enough talking about that. I'm gonna go get some food. So here's a food shot. Bye.